Welcome back. This is Saxon Math Intermediate 5, lesson number 9. We are talking about practicing the subtraction algorithm today. All right, make sure you have your math notebooks open. Make sure that you have a pencil handy, and at the top of your paper, you want to write lesson 9 notes. All right, here we go. Lesson 9 notes. We're going to skip this count aloud. It's hard to do on the video, so we'll just go right past that. All right, here is your power up mental math. Let me move my face out of your way for you. All right, so go ahead and jot down these equations on your paper and take a moment and solve them. And then when you're ready, push play. So pause now and then come back and push play. All right. Oh, there's one more down there at the bottom. 860 plus 7. Okay, moving on. Power up problem solving. Now, this is so similar to some of the other problems that we've done before that we're going to talk through it a little bit quicker. All right? The first step is to do what? To understand the problem. And in order to understand the problem, we need to read the problem. So, the letters P, T, and A can be arranged in 6 different orders. Write the 6 possible orders and then circle the ones that spell words. All right, now we've done this with numbers, and today we're going to do it with letters. So we know from before that we can use, for our plan, we can use an organized list. All right, so jot down plan, jot down organized list, and then go ahead and move right to solve because we're going to work out this problem together. Now, just like before, we know that because we have 3 variables, P, T, and A, just like we had 3 numbers before, we know that we can arrange them in 6 ways. Okay, we can use each one at the front one time. So we're going to start with the letter P, and we're going to do just how it is already in the problem, just to make it easier, PTA. Then we're going to do PAT, and we're going to move on to T, TPA, and TAP and TPA, and then a APT, and a T. All right, there we go. All right, there is our 6 possibilities. So we figured out our first part of the problem, and then the second part of the problem asked us to circle the ones that spell a word. Okay, so now we need to be able to draw a circle around the ones that make a word. Not too difficult because we are in 5th grade. We know that pat is a word. We know that tap is a word. This one might be a word that you don't know. This one, apt. Okay, we don't use that very much now, but it is a word. So there we go. All right, and we can check our work by going make sure that it fits all of the things that are required in this problem. We used all 3 letters. We found it in 6 ways, and we circled all the words. All right, moving on. Maribel has $524. She must pay Denise $58 for rent. After she pays Denise, how much money will she have? Okay, so we know that this is a subtraction problem because we see that she's getting rid of some of her money. Maribel has $524, and then she has to pay Denise $58. So we know that it is a subtraction problem. And one way we're going to practice today is using some money manipulatives to help us with our subtraction, to help us understand some subtraction facts. So we're going to use our $100 bill here, and we're going to pretend that we have 5 of them, okay? We're going to pretend that we have 5 because there are $500 up here. So there's our $500 bills. Then we're going to pretend that we have 2 tens. all right, because she has 24. And then, of course, we have 4 ones, all right? So 524. All right, now Maribel has to pay Denise $58 for rent. So we will use the $500 bills, the two $10 bills, and 4 $1 bills to show how much money she has, just like I just told you. From that 524, Maribel must pay Denise 58, which is 5 $10 bills and 8 $1 bills. But the problem is that Maribel does not have 5 $10 bills or 8 $1 bills. So now we need to figure out what can we do with that. Okay, she only has 2 $10 bills, not 5. All right. So before Maribel pays Denise, she must exchange one of her $10 bills for 10 $1 bills. Okay, so we're going to change this number down here. And now we're going to make it red just so we can see the difference. We had 2, but we're going to take 1 away. And now she only has 1 left. But now we're going to change it for 10 more $1 bills. So now she has 14 $1 bills. Okay, I don't know why it's not writing in red, but that's okay. So now she has 1 $10 bill and 14 $1 bills, but she still has the same amount of money because we just changed the 10 into 10 ones. So she still has $524. She just has a different amount of bills. Okay, does that make sense? But Maribel still does not have enough tens. So what would she need to do? Now she's going to have to change her $100 bill into some tens. How many tens would she get if she gave away or if she changed it? So now she has 4. How many tens is she going to have? Well, there's 10 tens in 100. So now she's going to have 11. Okay, so now she has the same amount of money. She has $524, but now she has it in a way where she can give Denise the money that she needs to give her for rent. Okay, because now she can give Denise 5 tens and 8 ones. So now if we subtract 5 tens, then Maribel would have how many left? Good. She would have 6 left here. And how many ones is she going to have if she gives away 8 of them? Good. She'll have 6. All right. So now we can see that Maribel has how much money left? She has 466. All right. So our answer then becomes okay, Maribel has $466. All right, so that's how we use our money to help us think about place value and how to do a subtraction problem that's not quite as easy as a basic subtraction problem. Okay, so now we see that Maribel has $466. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next part of our lesson. All right, here are some examples. Write these down on your book. A is $346 minus $264. Okay, $346 minus 264. Now, we're going to look at this together because it's kind of a big math problem. So we're going to put our dollar sign and we're going to put 346, and then we need to subtract, so we're going to put down here 264, and then over to the side here, I'm gonna put in a different little box so it doesn't mess up our writing. We're gonna put a little minus sign and we're gonna draw our line so we can see our subtraction. Oop, that was kind of messy. Let's see if we can erase that. Oh, it erased everything. Well, that was stinky. Let's try again. 364 minus 200 and, sorry, I did that wrong. 346 minus 264. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm just going to draw the line right under it. And we're going to insert a little subtraction symbol here. If it will let us up here, it'll be better. Okay, it's not. We'll just draw it. We'll draw a little minus sign and we're going to draw our line. There we go, much better. Okay, now in order to do our math, we need to subtract here. And see how nicely our numbers are lined up? That is super important when we're doing multiple digits in one problem so that we keep everything lined up, okay? 6 minus 4 is how much? Good, 2. 6 minus 4 is 2, right? Good. Now, 4 minus 6. We can't do 4 minus 6, just like we couldn't do with Maribel, the money. We don't have enough in this column, right? We don't have enough in the tens column. So now we're going to have to borrow from the hundreds. Okay, we're going to borrow from the hundreds. So I'm going to do my best here to draw it for you. We'll see if we can do that. I'm going to cross out the 3 because I'm going to borrow. And then that's going to become a 2. There we go. Now we have 246, but this one, we're going to add a 1 in front of it because we added 10, okay? So it's now 14, not 1 and 4. It now represents a 14. Now we can take 6 away from 14, right? 6 away from 14 leaves us with what? 6 away from 14 leaves us with a nice number 8. Good job. Move that up a little bit and keep it nice and neat. Okay, now we have a 2 minus 2, and 2 minus 2 is what? 0. So we don't need to write anything there, but we do need to make sure, now my paper is moving by itself. We do need to make sure that we drop down our dollar sign, okay? Because we still have $82, and if we just left 82, we wouldn't know that we had $82. We just think we have 82 something, okay? So we need to put that dollar sign down. Okay, so when you do not have enough, you need to borrow from the one to the left and then move it over. Okay, that's how we do that. All right, go ahead and do B and C. Go ahead and do B and C on your own, remembering to borrow. While you're trying to work it out for yourself, I'm going to try to do it neatly for you over here for this one more. So if you need to, you can follow along. 219, this time it does not have a dollar sign, so you don't need to put a dollar sign. 219, and then we're going to put a space because, look, there's nothing there, so we don't want to put a number there, and we're going to put 73, okay, and then we're going to add our little minus sign so we know that we're doing subtraction and not addition, and we're going to draw a nice line underneath. Okay, 9 minus 3, we can totally do 9 minus 3, right? 9 minus 3 is easy. 9 minus 3 gives us 6. Good. But now we got over here, we cannot take 7 away from 1. So we're going to need to cross out and borrow from the 2. And the 2 becomes a 1. And then we're going to add that 1 that we borrowed over here, and that makes it an 11. And we can take 7 away from 11. And 7 from 11 is, oh, come on. What's 7 from 11? 7 from 11 is 4. All right, so you want to put your number 4 right here next to your 6. Okay, and try to keep it as nice and neat and straight as you can. Mine's a little bit tricky on this computer, but we want to keep it nice and neat. Now, we still have 1 up here above the 2, so we need to remember to drop that 1 down. Otherwise, we're missing 100, and that's no good. That's a big difference, right? Okay, now our answer is 146. Okay, I'm going to let you do the last one on your own. When you're ready, you can push play. All right, and here are a couple more lesson practices to do. Go ahead and take some time and write those down on your paper. Push play when you're ready. We're going to skip these ones. If you want to do them because you need more practice, you can do that. But I am giving you permission to skip E through I. So go ahead and skip E through I. And then you're going to do your homework, pages 53 through 54, numbers 1 through 30. All right. Have a great day. I will see you later.